Hello, YouTubers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another time with Blessed. Today we'll be looking at something which I've been working on for a job. I'm supposed to um, do a pen test job. Well, I'd had initial engagement with the client, and from my gathering, it seems like they have a flat network error, and there are a couple of legacy stuffs running in there. So I was actually building for the Windows pen test, building this script, which I suppose I can use to play around the environment. Um, Yeah, so I'm going to be testing this with you guys today. So basically, what this batch script is doing is uh, doing a bit of recon and also a bit of information gathering and attempting to spin a reverse shell. Just going to walk you through it a bit by bit. We can see the first phase of it. I've got a couple of those scripts hosted in my GitHub repo, in a GitHub repo where I've stored this stuff in here, and also adding some more as I proceed or progress, because I'll be doing some Windows stuff, quite a number of Windows video, maybe the past 3 weeks, for the next 3 weeks, sorry. We're looking at Active Directory enumeration and also some flaws, security flaws, which we'll find in Active Directory environment, and see how we can exploit that to maybe gain an extended foothold in the client's environment. So going back to this, we can see the first script I'm running is actually a script which is hosted here called EDR presence, checking for EDR. I may not be able to go into details what the script is doing because I plan to make this video pretty short, but you can always find this and look deep into it to understand exactly what this script will be doing if you really want to understand. But basically, it's just using a couple of random stuff to check if there's EDR presence. If there's EDR presence, we have a list of these ones that we were checking for: AVG, Carbon Black, Cisco, and a couple of them. Kind of like check if they are present, then let us know. It's going to dump that result out in the temp directory, which I suppose I'm trying to see if I can use a technique to export this out. I'm still working on that. I think you're going to find that happening here. Yeah, paste bin, trying to see if I can use paste bin to actually exfiltrate my results covertly. Then the second script is going to be doing a host recon. Also, we got a recon.bat script in that same GitHub repo, but it's going to be running that stuff against. You see, we're running the raw file, kind of like running that directly against this to see if we can evade detection and still get this thing to work for us. Then we'll also be doing Chrome passwords. We'll be doing retrieving some awesome details using PowerOps. So PowerOps, I've got a clone copy of it in my repo as well. A bit of modification. Then also I'll be doing some attempting password spray, domain password spray. See if I can actually do that effectively and find out some other. I got a couple of passwords that I've set in that. See if I can use that to attempt a couple of other users in the domain. Then I'm trying to dump the Wi-Fi credentials. Maybe that will save me a bit of stress having to go through this individually. And also trying to get browser data and some cool stuff. See if I find a bit of cookies and other stuff that may come handy. Then also I'll be taking screenshots on and playing around basically. Then I'll be attempting the password stealer using this mail PV. Once again, I've got all these scripts posted here. Got all the scripts hosted here, so you can find them in here. I'll be leaving the link to this repo in the description. Then all the way to maybe pointing again, trying to record. Then persistence, I'll be dropping these scripts in a normal location where we'll find persistence mechanism being happening in this environment. That's the app data roaming Microsoft start menu and also the startup. So once the system reboots, I can regain this whole thing and gain a persistence. Now, like I said, I'm trying to work on a module which should use Pastebin to always exfiltrate data to a server which I'll be hosting in Pastebin. Makes it easy for me to always go there and see an updated version of the credentials or the details that I'm collecting in real time. But for today's recording, I will be looking at them in the temp directory of this particular user. So our target OS will be this Windows Server 2008. Also, that's because I found this in the clients for my initial engagement. This is actually one of the servers they have internal. I've also been testing this against some 2019, which I have, but probably I won't be able to start both of them today for resource limitation. But I'll be testing this against that as well as some Windows 10 to see how that works for me. Okay, so the next phase now will be for me to try and move this over to the target. This is my testing environment, so I won't have to bother through what kind of technique will I use to do that. Basically, I'm going to host this thing, just spin up, set up a basic Python just spin the server, then come over here and see if I can download that file. I've got it here, testing the bats. If I pull it down, let me see if it's gonna get okay. Got flagged. I expect that anyways. So, but again, like I did say, it's still in the weaponization phase. So there have to be a way that I can wrap this around and get this thing not to get a flag like this, because obviously I will be running in a particular system that I have, which is hooked up to the domain. But again, I would love for this thing to be stealthy as possible. So for today, being it's just testing, I'm going to keep this anyways. I got this downloaded. Then we're going to try to go move this over to the desktop, because I want to execute this from the desktop, so you can see it in my download environment. So I can just drag this, cancel this. I'm just going to drag this over to my desktop. So I've got it in my desktop. See that there. So let me try to run this using this environment. We can see there's testing the batch. Let's just run tests. I think before I do that, I'll stage up, I'll kill this server. Then let me stage a netcat 9001. See if I'll catch a reverse shell if the script completes. So let's run testing.bats. See how that works out for us. Okay, so it started. The first script is running quickly. I'm going to go into my Windows temp directory, which is where the results should be stored, and see if I can start seeing stuff being populated there for me. So over here, I'll go into C, Windows, and I'll look for my temp directory and go see what is being written in there. Okay, hopefully we should start seeing some stuff. As a result, I've got a bunch of random stuff here, so it might be a bit heady trying to find out specifically the results, but obviously there will be results being populated here based on the names that I've actually assigned to them. Yeah, okay, I can see some form of failures. Which of these is this? This is the host Recon. Okay. Oh, cannot create TLS. Okay. I get that. Try some other ones and see. I have to get this thing fixed later. The other one seems to be running. Let's go check if we have any useful. So I can see Chrome password is already completed. EDR presence. Check Chrome installer. These other ones are still running. We'll just wait for it to finish up. Password spray. Yeah, I should probably have kept this in folders. So I'll have to modify the script to see if I can create a folder and write my results out in a folder. Makes it easy for me to check. Also looking out for the reverse shell, not yet. So at this phase, I think it's running the netsh while show profile thing. That is done. Then it's running the PowerShell. I think this particular one is for the browser history. Trying to extract the contents. We should have results. Okay, I see Wi-Fi password is completed. Password spray. Power up is also completed. We'll be analyzing some of this. We may find probably there's nothing in there, but some of them we might find some useful stuff in there. Like I did say, it's still in the testing phase. So we'll wait for power up to finish. Oh, this crashed. Okay, okay. TLS challenge. I'll have to look that up. Maybe it has to do with quickly power up. There is somewhere here, so I'll check this up later. Then now it's running the reverse shell. Let's see if that, because it's going to work out for us. If it did work, we should get a callback on this. Okay, that worked fine. You can see we got a callback. We received the reverse shell, and quickly we'll just start analyzing this thing. Okay, quickly we can see it gave us a shell in the folder where the file is running. So testing.bats. And we can simply play around. Since we're administrator on this box, maybe a quick way to test the privilege we have is to add a user. So let's user, let's see if we can do okay, I see that run without errors. Let's check next users if I'm able to add myself. We can see it's got a bunch of domain users, so obviously this is a domain controller. Now I could add scripts that were attempt maybe Mimikatz trying to dump credentials on the fly. There's a ton of users in there. Obviously that user I created will be one of these. We can see this server will be using to do some detailed Active Directory misconfiguration tests, like I did mention in the following weeks that we'll be seeing some cool stuff. So but at the moment I have access to all these users. I probably someone administrator and who is an admin in the domain. I can use this power to do what I want to do from this point. But I'm going to stop this video here today. Now a quick way to understand the importance of what had been done is to go through these scripts in detail. You will see I also got the reverse shell thing encoded base 64 here, which was what's ran without triggering anything from AV to give us that reverse shell. Okay, I'm going to have to stop this video here, but before that, let me quickly look at the results. It won't really make sense if I don't look at the results with you guys, so I'll spend a quick, just rapid ones. Let me see some of them. EDR presence. Okay, that ran with an is the system okay? The system is restarting. Well, that's because it's not because of what I had done. It's because I'm using this expired version of Windows Server 2008. So obviously, after everyone it resets. I'll wait for this to finish. I will restart it and go review the results which you have with you guys. Yeah. Okay, so let's quickly analyze some of our results before we stop this video for today. We can see this seems to had crashed because of that SSL connection challenge again. So I'm going to have to fix this and see if I can get this running again the next time I'll be showcasing this stuff. Also, the Chrome password got aborted because of SSL. Also, it's not able to communicate with the GitHub repo that I'm hosting this. Maybe I'll host this on my local server to test this and see if this is going to fly. Then also, I'm sure this executed. I will have to wrap this thing and probably look at find some very useful stuff in the Chrome password stuff. Obviously, there might be some cool stuff from what I can see. Successful execution. So we might find some cool stuff here. So I might have to word wrap this thing and start looking in to find some sweet stuff. Then also, I'm not sure this is okay. This actually enumerated and brought some cool results for me. Wow, this is great. I'll be glad to look into this later as well. I'll just find some other ones that are there. Quite a number of these also. We'll see some more. Maybe the password spray. Okay, this also had the SSL issue, so most of them didn't run, I guess. So I'll have to fix this. Power up also didn't run SSL challenge. I think I'm going to have to try this again. Let me host this on my local server. I'm sure I got this. Let me check in the red team folder. Okay, I've got them here, so I think I'll have to host them here and point this user to my servers to pull this thing from my local system. And then because I would love to see some cool stuff happening in there, but anyways, I may not be doing that with the recording today. They all seem to have the same challenge. But just to show you what it looks like at the moment, I'm still in the testing phase. I was able to get the reverse shell. Fair enough, this one passed. A couple of these ones failed because of GitHub issues. So maybe I need to also check my GitHub authentication token and see if that is still hooked up right on the fly to get this thing to work out. But that will be it for today. Thank you guys. I once I'm done with this and I have validated it's working pretty fine. I'll host this on the same GitHub repo where I've got those scripts in there. You can pull it, try the environment, play with it, try to modify it or make changes as you deem fit to suit whatever environment you want to sit. So I've got this version 2 still testing going on here. For this one, I'm still trying to build the paste bin to exfiltrate the data to, but I guess once that is done, we will see this in action. Thank you guys, and for sticking with me again, and see you again soon. Yeah, bye.